So if you guys remember from my what's new at the drugstore video, I had already found the Pro Glow foundation in 210 Classic Tan, which is obviously too light for me. And then I recently found the deeper shades. Now they have a 211, which is like something cafe, I believe. But I picked up 212 Cocoa just because I already had 210 and I figured I could just mix the two. One of the things I don't like is there are not a lot of shade ranges for deeper skin tones, which I'm not gonna get on my soapbox. You guys know how I feel about these companies not catering to deeper skin tones. They'll give us like 3 shades and then 9 times out of 10 we have to mix it. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and mix these two. And I've seen where some people say it's applied best with a beauty blender. I'm not gonna use a beauty blender. I'm just gonna use my Makeup Geek face buffer brush. And yeah, my brows are done and my eyes are done already, as you guys can see. I normally do those first anyway. So yeah, let's get started. So this is how the 2 shades look mixed on my hand. And then again, I'm just gonna take my Makeup Geek buffer brush and apply. Now again, this is the L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation, and if you guys are familiar with my channel, you know I'm a combination oily girl, so I already know it's not necessarily geared for oily skin, but I wanted to try it anyway. And I wanted to try it and give you guys my thoughts from a combination oily standpoint. So this is just basically a demo of how I apply it, but I've actually worn the foundation. So I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on it from wearing it for a few days already. But I definitely wanted you guys to see how I apply it and then also how the 2 shades look mixed. Now granted, I already basically have like my summer tan. I'm outside all the time. You guys know my son runs track, so I'm outside like constantly and all the time. And I feel like this matches me pretty well for how my skin is currently. It feels like really light going on. It doesn't feel heavy or anything. I think you can build this up if you want to get more coverage, but the coverage doesn't bother me, especially with it being in the summertime. I'm not trying to have on all that cakey makeup and heavy makeup, and plus I'm still going to put on like concealer and powder because it doesn't matter. Dewy foundation, matte foundation, I always set my face with a powder. So I'm actually really happy with how it looks. So this is just one application. I still have a little bit left on my hand, and I think that the coverage is suitable for me, especially for the summertime. But this is how it looks. And then what I'm going to do is just go ahead and put on my concealer and set my face, and then I'll come back and tell you guys my thoughts on the foundation. Alright guys, so here is the completed look after I went ahead and done the rest of my face. Now as always, whatever I'm wearing on my face will be listed down below in the description box, so you guys never have to guess or never have to ask me, because I'm pretty good about filling that out. But just really quickly, I wanted you guys to see that the concealer that I used is a concealer that I just picked up and I've been really loving it. It's the CoverGirl Clean Invisible Concealer, and I have it in the shade Honey. That's what it looks like. And then because like I said, I always set my face with powder, I use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Powder in Classic Tan. Let me just show you guys. That's what it looks like. And like I said, yeah, everything else will be listed down below, but let me just bring you guys in a little closer so you can see. This is how the finished look came out. So let's talk about some of the claims of this foundation. Again, this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. As you guys know, they first came out with the Pro Matte foundation. I have heard so many people rave about it, but I never picked it up. I only picked up the powder, which I just showed you guys, and I absolutely love it, but I never tried the actual Pro Matte foundation. But this is the Pro Glow, and on the front, first thing it says is radiant finish for normal to dry skin, and it's hydrating. So again, I am a combination oily girl, but like I said, as a beauty vlogger, I felt like I needed to try it out for us combo oily girls and bring you guys my thoughts. Some of the claims to this foundation on the back, it says the finish is a radiant finish. The wear time is up to 24 hours. The coverage is a medium coverage, and the texture is airlight. Now, as I said, I have worn this foundation already for a couple of days, so I could just give you guys my initial thoughts on it. As far as the finish being a radiant finish, I agree, but I disagree at the same time. I feel like when you first apply it, it does give you sort of like a luminous, dewy type of finish. But if you're like me and you add other things to your face, like setting powders, bronzer, like once you add your concealer and just all that kind of stuff, I feel like you kind of lose the whole luminous claim, you know what I mean? Like once you apply all the rest of the products to your face, unless you're one of those people who just can put on a foundation and just go, it's not so much like radiant. Like sure, my face probably looks like it's like glowing now, but it's more of thanks to my highlighter than it is of thanks to this foundation. So that's just my thoughts as far as the whole radiant claim. I think it has like a nice like dewy, luminous type of look when you first apply it, but again, once you add the rest of your face, you kind of lose that. As far as the wear time being up to 24 hours. Now again, I'm a combination oily girl, and it's rare to find a foundation that lasts on me up to 24 hours anyway. But with this, even with me setting it, also I prime my face using my MakeupForever Step 1 primer, which y'all know is like a holy grail primer. You talking about you want a primer to match your face out, check that one out. But even with me using that, I think before having to blot with this foundation, I probably can wear it for a good 3 to 4 hours, just really depending on the temperature. Here in Savannah, it's been like 90 something, 100 degrees, so it's hot. Okay, it is hot here, so I probably can go that long before having to blot it. But even when it starts to like break up, I feel like it's more around my nose and like in my T-zone areas, just areas where I get oily and my foundation breaks up on me anyway. So I don't necessarily know about the whole 24-hour claim. I think you can get probably with blotting a nice 8-hour wear out of this foundation, but again, you're going to have to blot, at least for me. Then as far as the coverage being a medium coverage, I would agree. Again, you guys saw I only used like one application of it, but I think you can definitely build this up to give you some really nice coverage. I'm really happy with the coverage that it gives already. Like I think it looks really nice, really flawless without being like too cakey or whatever, like looking too caked up. So I would definitely agree with the coverage claim. And then the texture, saying that it's a airlight texture. Yes, the one thing I really love is the fact that when you apply it and it goes on, it doesn't feel heavy. It has like a really light feel, almost like you're not applying anything to your face at all. So I definitely would have to agree with that. Now, of course, the $1,000,000 question is this foundation worth the hype, worth the buy, worth the hunt? Because I definitely had to hunt this down. I was not able to find it. Like the first couple of times of looking, I had to look and look and look again. So is it worth it? I think it's okay. I definitely don't think it's anything to like rave about. I don't necessarily think it's something that you have to like go out looking for. I think, you know, it is permanent. Once you get your hands on it, okay, it's cool. But it's not something that I just feel is like, oh, like this amazing foundation that I've been hearing a lot of people rave about. Now again, like I said, it could be because of my skin type, my skin texture, being a combination oily girl. That's just my thoughts on it. I don't think it's a bad foundation at all. I don't think it's bad. I think it gives you, you know, a nice coverage, a nice feel on your face or whatever, but I just think it's okay. It's not like this amazingness like a lot of people were raving about. Now there are some drugstore foundations that I think are just bomb. I feel like the Milani foundation, it's worth the hype. Like for reals, it's worth the hype. And then I have a few more that I really love, and I just feel like these are okay. That's just my thoughts on it. I think if you stumble upon it and you want to pick it up, you're looking for something that's not necessarily a matte finish, definitely you can check it out. I think if you're a combination oily girl, it's not something that you have to run to, especially depending on how oily you get. If you get like super oily, don't even bother. You're just gonna be blotting the whole time. But it's not a bad foundation. I just think it's okay. It doesn't rev my engine, float my boat. Yeah, so hopefully that was helpful, because a lot of you guys wanted to know how I felt about it being a combination oily girl. So those are my thoughts. Not bad. I really like how it looks, but I mean, it's just alright. So let me know what you guys think of the video. If you have picked this foundation up, definitely let me know down below in the comment section how you like it and how it has been working out for you. Let me know all that down below in the comment section. And until next time, bye YouTube.